lunch with Scott?
No, that's not what he wants. Luke doesn't want to have
That's not what
lunch
he
with
wants.
Scott.
Luke doesn't want to have lunch with Scott. What does Luke want?
Luke wants to meet with Scott.
Luke wants to meet with Scott. Does Luke want to borrow money from Scott?
No, Luke doesn't want to borrow money from Scott.
No, Luke doesn't want to borrow money from Scott. What does Luke want?
Luke wants to meet with Scott.
Luke wants to meet with Scott. Does Luke want to have a meeting with Scott?
Yes, Luke wants to meet with Scott, which is the same thing saying.
Yes, that's correct. Luke wants to meet with Scott, which is the same thing as saying that Luke wants to have a meeting with Scott. To meet with someone means to have a meeting with someone. Does Luke think the meeting will last all day?
Đúng rồi nhỉ. No, he doesn't think the meeting will last all day.
How long does he think the meeting will last?
He thinks the meeting will last 3 hours.
He thinks the meeting will last about 3 hours.
He thinks the meeting will last about
Does he think the
3
meeting
hours.
will last more than 4 hours?
No, he doesn't think the meeting will last more than 4 hours.
No, he doesn't think the meeting will last more than 4 hours. How long does he think the meeting will last?
He thinks the meeting will last about 3 hours.
He thinks the meeting will last about 3 hours. Does Scott have time for meetings this week?
No, Scott doesn't have time for meetings this week.
No, Scott doesn't have time for meetings this week. He's very busy. Is Scott a little busy or very busy this week?
Well, Scott is very busy this week.
Scott is very busy this week. Will the meeting between Luke and Scott take place this week?
Well, the meeting between Luke and Scott will take place next week.
No, the meeting between Luke and Scott will not take place this week. When will the meetings take place?
Well, the meeting will take place next week.
The meeting will take place next week.
The meeting will take
Is it
place
true
next
that the
week.
meeting will take place next week instead of this week?
Yes, that's correct. The meeting will take place next week instead of this week.
Yes, it's true. The meeting will take place next week instead of this week.
Yes, it's true. The meeting will take place next week.
Why will the meeting take place next week instead of this week?
Well, the meeting will take place next week instead of this week because Scott is very busy
Well,
this week.
the meeting will take place next week instead of this week because Scott is very busy this week. Now, let's help Luke and Scott figure out the best day next week to set up their meeting. You're looking at the schedules for Luke and Scott's for next week. I'm gonna ask questions based on their schedules. Will Luke be in the office on Monday?
No, Luke will not be in the office on Monday.
Yes, he will. Luke will be in the office on Monday.
Yes, he will. Luke will be in the office on Monday.
What about Scott? Will Scott be in the office on Monday?
No, Scott won't be in the office on Monday. He'll be on vacation.
No, he won't. Scott won't be in the office on Monday. Who won't be in the office on Monday?
It's Scott. Scott won't be in the office on Monday.
It's Scott. Scott will be in the office on Monday. Is it true that Scott will be absent for work on Monday?
Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. Scott will be absent from work on Monday.
Yes, that's true. Scott will be absent from work on Monday. Can I set up the meeting on Monday?
No, they can't set up their meeting on Monday.
No, they cannot set up the meeting on Monday? Why can't they set up the meeting on Monday?
Well, it's because Scott is very busy this week. Because Scott won't be in the office.
They can't
He'll
set
be
up
on
the meeting
vacation.
on Monday because Scott won't be in the office. He'll be on vacation. Will Luke be on vacation next week?
No, Luke won't be on
Luke
vacation
won't
next week.
be on vacation next week. Who will be on vacation next week?
Well, it's Scott. Scott will be on vacation next week.
Scott will be on vacation next week. Will he be on vacation for 5 days?
No, he won't be on vacation for 5 days. This is going to be a short
vacation. He won't be on
vacation.
vacation for 5 days. This is going to be a short vacation. How many days will he be on vacation?
He'll be on vacation for 3 days.
He'll be on vacation for 3 days. Will Scott be in the office on Monday?
No, Scott won't be in the office
Scott
on Monday.
won't be in the office on Monday. Does that mean they can't set up the meeting on Monday?
Yes, that means they can set up their meeting on Monday. Yes, that means they can set up their meeting on Monday.
That's exactly right. That means they can't set up the meeting on Monday.
Yes, that's correct.
What about Tuesday? Can they set up the meeting on Tuesday?
No, unfortunately, no. They still can't set up their meeting on Tuesday.
They still can't set up the meeting on Tuesday. Why can't they set up the meeting on Tuesday?
They can set up the meeting on Tuesday because Scott will be on vacation.
Well,
so
they can't set up the meeting on Tuesday because Scott won't be in the office. Who will be absent from work on Tuesday?
It's Scott. Scott will be absent from work on Tuesday.
Scott will be absent from work on Tuesday. Will Scott be back on Wednesday?
Xin chào. Không hẹn gặp lại.
No, he won't. Scott won't be back on Wednesday. When will Scott be back?
Scott will be in the office that day.
Scott will be back on Thursday. Will Scott be absent from work on Thursday?
Alo.
Scott will be absent from work on Tuesday. Will Scott be back on Wednesday?
Yes, that's correct. Scott will be back on Wednesday.
No, he won't. Scott won't be back on Wednesday.
No, he won't. Scott won't be back on Wednesday. He will be back on Thursday.
Scott will be back on Thursday. Will Scott be absent from work on Thursday?
No, Scott. Yes, Scott will be absent
from work on Thursday.
Scott
He'll be in the
absent
office
on Thursday.
All right. So Scott will be back on Thursday. Does that mean they can set up the meeting on Thursday?
Unfortunately, no. They still can't set up the meeting on Thursday.
No. They still can set up the meeting on Thursday. Why can't they set up the meeting on Thursday?
They can't set up the meeting on Thursday because Luke has a doctor's appointment that day.
Well, they can't set up the meeting on Thursday because Luke won't be in the office. He has a doctor's appointment that day.
They can't set up the meeting on Thursday because Luke won't be in the office. He has a doctor's appointment that day. He has a They can't set up the meeting on Thursday because Luke won't be in the office. He has a doctor's appointment on Thursday.
Has a doctor's appointment on Thursday.
It's Luke. Luke has a doctor's appointment on Thursday.
Luke has a doctor's appointment on Thursday. Does Scott have any doctor's appointment next week?
No, Scott doesn't have any doctor's appointment next week.
No, Scott doesn't have any doctor's appointment next week. Tell me again. Why can't they set up their meeting on Thursday?
They can't set their meeting on Thursday because Luke has a doctor's appointment on Thursday.
They can't set up their meeting on Thursday because Luke has a doctor's appointment that day, so he won't be in the office.
So he won't be in the office.
Will Luke be in the office on Friday?
Yes, Luke will be absent. Yes, Luke will be in the office on Friday.
Luke will be in the office on Friday.
Yes, he will. Luke will be in the office on Friday.
What about Scott? Will Scott be in the office on Friday as well?
Yes, Scott will be in the office on Friday as well.
Scott will be in the office on Friday as well. Can they set up their meeting on Friday?
Yes, they can set up their meeting on Friday because both of them will be in the office on Friday.
Will both Luke and Scott be in the office on Friday?
Yes, both Luke and Scott will be in the office on Friday.
Yes, they will. Both Luke and Scott will be in the office on Friday.
Yes, they will. Both Luke and Scott will be in the office on Friday.
Can they set up their meeting on Friday?
Yes, they can set up their meeting on Friday because both of them will be in the office.
Both Luke and Scott will be in the office on Friday, so they can set up their meeting that day.